Good afternoon, Brian. My name is Leonard Parker. I came across your post here on Upwork. In a nutshell, looks like you're looking for a digital marketing professional to really help guide the SEO, search engine marketing, and social media marketing for a year's naturals. So I read through the job post, and what I quickly realized that you're in a very competitive niche. You're competing, unless there's something I'm missing here, and some insight you can provide, context you can provide. You're going against some pretty major brands, and it's probably been advertising and building for many years now. So what I'm looking at, and point of this video, Brian, I kind of just want to give you some high-level things I'm seeing with your website, but also some recommendations on best next steps moving forward. And if we were to work together, how I would proceed with building out your campaign. Now, when I go to your homepage, the first thing I noticed is that your website is showing up as not secure here in the bookmark, the bar here. So what this tells me is that you don't have an SSL certificate installed on your website. And this can have an impact on your SEO and your overall conversion rate optimization. So SEO, so Google, and really the same applies for the other search engines like Bing and Yahoo and so on, they really want to provide the best user experience possible for users of their search engine platforms. So one big key in user friendliness and usability is the security of the websites. It would be terrible if they ranked their website #1, but it didn't have an SSL certificate and the user, their computer got infected with malware. That would be terrible. So one thing that Google for sure looks at and flags are websites that aren't secure, don't have the SSL certificate installed. So this is something that's very easy to fix. You would just go to your hosting provider, just add the SSL certificate to your package. It's very cost effective, and for the larger companies, they'll actually install it for you, so you don't have to do it yourself. But this can also hurt conversion rate as well, because if I'm looking at this, you're asking people to purchase products on your website. So me personally, I know I'm a little bit more versed with digital marketing and websites. If I see this, I'm definitely not giving you my information. And people who are tech savvy, they might feel the same way. So that's something you would definitely want to clean up, because it can have an impact on both your SEO and your conversion rate optimization. Now, I noticed on your website, and I'll go to a product page. Let's go to Matcha Tea. I love tea, by the way. I drink tea daily, like at least 4 to 5 cups a day. So very, very interested in your product. I'll start here on this should be your blog page, but you have a lot of filler text here. So we definitely need to clean this up, because again, it looks like you're a small brand, and we want to project you as anything but that. You might not have much awareness, you might be a bit obscure right now, but you're just as good as any brand that someone can find on Amazon. So clean this up with, either remove everything altogether, but let's just start building out some content to take the place of this. I also saw a similar thing here on the About section. Tell me about your company. So that definitely needs to be filled in. Just looking at your descriptions for SEO, they definitely need to be a lot more robust, so that you can target more keywords and really better optimize or position this page to better rank and to get organic traffic with your SEO. Like I said, the About, I think that's really big. The About Us page can be a great way to set yourself apart from other players in the industry that are selling similar products. You really want to go all out on that. And we can discuss in detail exactly what you should include there. Other than that, kind of going to more technical parts of your website, I took a look at the website speed for your site. So again, this is something that's going to affect your SEO because it does impact usability of your website, but also conversion rate optimization and how long someone stays on your site. So I use a free tool called webpagetest.org, and you can see here you got an F for first byte time and an F for cache static content. But what I'm really focused on here are three metrics: your load time, your overall load time, your first byte, and your first contentful paint. So I'll go through each one of these. So first byte is basically how long does it take for the first byte to load? And that's on average is at about 6.1 seconds. Ideally, you would want that to be under 1.5 seconds. And actually even lower than that, maybe closer to 0.5 seconds from recent research that I've read. The issue here is, there's nothing on your site that, from what I saw, that should make it take this long to load. So it tells me that there's probably some really low-hanging fruit opportunities where we can optimize the speed of your website. Your first contentful paint, that's at about 8.6 seconds. Ideally, you would want that to be around 1.5 seconds or less. And first contentful paint is simply how long it takes for the first pixel color to load, to render on your user's screen above the fold, so before they have to scroll. And then load time, that's your overall load time. You would want this to be a minimum 3 to 5 seconds. But by improving these metrics, you'll definitely improve your overall load time. So definitely the SSL, cleaning up that filler content and improving your website speed. I think those are some low-hanging fruit opportunities that will really help you get on track with your SEO and making your site more engaging. Now, kind of look at some of the other areas. So from what I've seen on your site, it doesn't seem like there's much SEO that's been performed on it. So what I always tell people is that SEO is definitely a long-term strategy, especially in your industry that has quite a bit of competition. I would not expect any significant results with an SEO campaign until maybe after a year of continued work. Yes, you can have early wins, but to see any meaningful ranking improvements, traffic improvements, and so on, it's really going to take about a year of work. 9 to 12 months is my minimum. But with that said, that doesn't mean that you just have to sit back idly for 9 to 12 months. That's why we have paid advertising. So I'll talk about Google ads and I'll talk about Facebook ads because your approach should be different based on which direction you choose to go. So with Google ads, since you are an e-commerce store, an e-commerce website, you can simply use Google Shopping ads to really put your products out there front and center. And of course, we need to kind of clean up some of the copy on those pages, and we need to start getting reviews as well so that people are likely to click your ads and to purchase your product. So Google is a lot more straightforward in that way. Facebook ads, on the other hand, you really want to warm up your audience on Facebook. The difference between Google and Facebook is that on Google, people are actually searching for the products. On Facebook, it's definitely a more passive form of advertising where even if you target the right demographic or, really, you target the key interest, people aren't on Facebook to buy products. They're on there to, socialize online with their friends, catch up with family, watch funny videos, and so on. So you definitely don't want to go there and just be buy Ayers Naturals products. What I suggest instead is maybe for the first few touches with your cold audience, you promote content. And that takes me back to your website. There's no content to speak of, so we really need to build up the content. And I always say that educational content is the best way to go. Now, you kind of hint on this in your job description, but we definitely need to see what are kind of the trending topics for 2020 and beyond. And there are tools that we can use like Google Trends to see for this space, in particular for each product, what's trending about that product for April 2020. And that's one way we can set ourselves apart from everyone else who's probably blogged about the same thing over and over again. But that's the type of content that you can promote on Facebook promote on Instagram and really start getting some visibility for the brand, start building up what's called your remarketing list. And then in the subsequent touches, we can remarket to those people who interact with your content on your site or who interact with your Facebook page. We'll have to create one. I'm sure you're aware, and really go after them and be, once we've touched them a few times, we can be a lot more direct. So we can offer discounts to your products. We can offer, more long form content like ebooks. Really depends on, who we decide is your target audience. And Facebook ad and Instagram ads, they are all from the same platform. So we will also be targeting people on Instagram as well. So other than that, and then social media, of course, I think is really all about getting your brand less obscure. So posting heavily on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Pinterest. Pinterest, it's kind of like a dark horse, but I think for your target, one of your target personas is going to be women who are interested in health and women who are interested in health and fitness. So historically, Pinterest has been a great platform to target women. So with all that said, I think we also need to go back to one of the fundamentals, and that's also getting more social proof for your products. So we definitely need to build up the number of reviews for your products so that people can be confident that when they're purchasing from you, it's a good product and they're going to be satisfied with what you have to offer. So one way we can do that, I'm not sure if this makes sense for your finances, but we can do product giveaways or significant discounts on product and reach out to different bloggers in the health and fitness space and the holistic living space and so on. And, for in exchange to get featured on their website or to do a blog feature or something, we can offer that discount. So not only is that a way to get more reviews for your product, but it will help you get referral traffic, which will really get the ball rolling as far as your SEO and just your overall brand visibility. So if I'm looking at this in a sequential order, first things first, we need to figure out, well, first let's clean up some of these things because regardless of what I'm about to say next, they need to be fixed. But number one, we need to figure out your target persona. So who are you selling to? Maybe have 3 to 4 just to start. And then from there, we need to go after, what are the keywords that would best target those personas. And then once we build out that list of keywords, from there, we build out content topics. We refer to it as an editorial calendar. So over the course of the next year, what content is going out and how can we reuse that content either with video, how can we repurpose it, cut it up for different posts on social media, and how can we take this content and make it fit into your cold audience advertising pipeline on Facebook. And then kind of concurrently, we can start running Google Ads once we clean up the product pages and start getting some reviews. And then reviews, that's always going to be an ongoing effort. And then one thing about the reviews, if you are getting featured on other websites, usually they're going to link back to your site, and that's called link building in the SEO world. And that's always been a fundamental part of the Google algorithm and probably will continue to be so. So I don't want to make this video too long, Brian, but those are some of my initial thoughts and recommendations for this project. I hope it has been helpful and helped give you some clarity on next steps moving forward. But I do hope to hear back from you. I'm looking forward to your response, but take care, stay safe and sane out there, and have a great rest of your afternoon.